it was a lot of pen and paper and calculating things. In the Google world, which we're a Google district, the surveys lived in Google Forms. We had Excel sheets, and then we had some other forms. The problem was that you didn't have the right people having access to everything, and so we had meetings about each one of those activities. So we would survey and have a big meeting. We would do walkthroughs and have a big meeting. We would do coaching log and have a big meeting. But each one of those pieces came down to a human's interpretation. We needed a way to get in-depth feedback that was more interactive, deeper, richer than just doing a Google form. Now we use it for even more than that because it's part of our T-test evaluation system as well. We track walkthrough data. We track how often teachers are getting walkthroughs, what we're seeing inside walkthroughs. Does that match professional development? Does that match what we're coaching around? And so it's this data set that we're able to use to coordinate together. And I have an example from last week that we have turned to this just objective space. We have what's called an academic support team at central office of this new curriculum that we're doing this year. We think we have a struggle. We pulled data and said our coaching log says that at these 3 campuses we're at 40% implementation of this curriculum. And our PD results showed that the teachers said, I don't like this and I don't know how to do it. And I don't feel confident. We had a middle school principal meeting the following week. We shared data with them. We said, how do we need to adjust coaching support to be there? These are our non-negotiables of implementation. What could we adjust in coaching support? And then we added additional training for teachers in the area where they said they needed it. It allows us to figure out the problem and then find a solution really quickly, which is the goal. Education is a hard thing to shift. We're kind of like the Titanic, and we don't move very quickly. And when you can have data instead of personal opinion to shift, it makes it easier. Our principals were very receptive. They're very excited about where we're going, and we were able to make that shift. They get better feedback because the coaching log is directing your coach around feedback around instructional practice, and then those things are lining up between your walkthrough. And then the other thing I think from the teacher side is we're responsive to their professional development survey. We read them, we study them, we actually use them, and we change things. I think in that respect, they feel heard. I can tell you anecdotally that we have had teachers leave our district, and this year they asked to return because they said that the coaching and feedback that they received here was very different than what they received or lack of in other places. And so I do feel that that's really important. And we were excited to get them.